Recorded Books presents Company Men, a wellness guide for black men in corporate America by Justin Grant, narrated by the author. Dedication for Annika, in loving memory of Juan A. Simpson. Chapter 1. Surviving the Weathering Effect. A quote by Lao Tzu: "He who has health has hope, and he who has hope has everything." On Sunday, December 29, 2002, Juan Simpson, a 48-year-old senior executive at Ethicon Endosurgery, Inc., Johnson & Johnson's surgical device maker, took his two teenage daughters to the company gym near their Cincinnati home for an afternoon of exercise and basketball. Simpson, my uncle, one of the few black corporate leaders at his firm and in his industry, was in lonely, rarefied, high-pressure air. Back then, 95% of all executive-level positions in corporate America were held by white men, and against all odds, Juan Simpson had managed to join their ranks. His role as Ethicon's CFO and worldwide vice president of finance often kept him on the road, and the holidays provided a much-needed respite and a chance to spend quality time with family. Uncle Juan was the man in every sense of the word, and he was on the fast track toward one day rising from leading global finance at Ethicon all the way to the C-suite at its parent company. He was also a mean golfer who was so good that occasionally company leaders would invite him onto the corporate jet to fly to Ireland for golf trips, where they'd make friendly wagers and sip Hennessy from paper cups on the golf course. Ebony magazine even did a feature on him back in the early 1990s as part of a series on up-and-coming black corporate leaders. Juan Simpson was blessed with a 1,000-watt smile and bore such a strong resemblance to a young Denzel Washington that when the soon-to-be famous actor asked my Aunt Graciela out for a date, she declined because he reminded her too much of her charismatic little brother. Juan loved his job, one of his close friends told me. He never had a negative word to say about his time at Johnson & Johnson. He was respected, and he was the best at it. On that fateful day in 2002, during a short game of 3-on-3 hoops with a group of his J&J colleagues, Uncle Juan complained of lightheadedness before collapsing suddenly on the court. A short while later, he was gone from us forever, dead from a heart ailment that had gone undetected during his annual executive physicals. His untimely passing is a wound from which I will never fully heal, and a health caution I will never ignore. The Juan Simpson I remember was a lean, mean picture of health and raw athleticism. He was a gifted track star in high school and was so good at baseball that he was invited to tryouts with the New York Mets. When I was a teenager who possessed the physique of a string bean, he challenged me to do push-ups until my arms burned. Uncle Juan maintained the professional athlete's build well into middle age. The way he lived and died brings to my mind the legend of John Henry, whose feats of strength made him a hero to his people before his heart gave out from the stress of his labor. Perhaps most important for me, Juan Simpson was my beacon of hope for a bright future. I spent most of my childhood growing up in a single-parent home in pre-gentrification Brooklyn. My mother, 2 brothers, and I shared a 2-bedroom walk-up apartment in a modest Clinton Hill brownstone. We weren't poor by any stretch of the imagination, but we didn't have much in a material sense. Uncle Juan, my mom's younger brother, gave me a model for a way out. I didn't need to have a good jump shot, be able to run the 40-yard dash in less than 4.8 seconds, spit rhymes, or sling crack rock. All I had to do was hit the books, and one day I could climb to the top of the corporate world and earn all the material comforts that come with it, just like he did. The house, the car, the clothes, topped off by a beautiful wife and a brood of cute kids. Hell, maybe even a chance to take a few flights on the corporate jet. Uncle Juan had grown up under the same humble circumstances that I did, so if he could make it, I knew for damn sure that I could too. In the years since Uncle Juan's death, I've followed his blueprint and managed to carve out a career that's included executive roles at 2 of America's largest banks, as well as a professorship and a seat on the board of trustees at one of the largest private universities in the country.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.